You're scheduling an appointment with your doctor and can't remember if you ever got the measles vaccine as a child. Maybe you just got accepted into the medical school of your dreams, or the visa application to your destination country has been approved. However, documented proof of your vaccinations is needed to confirm that you're fit to proceed with your plans. Vaccination records from your physician come in handy in most cases, but it's not always easy to get your hands on what you need. So, what's the next step? Asking your healthcare provider to have blood titers drawn will give you the information you're after. So, what does a titer test entail and why do you need it? Let's dive into it. So, what is a blood titer? Titers are blood tests that check your immune status for vaccinations that you have received or diseases you've been exposed to. The test looks for the presence and level of antibodies in your blood. Your immune system produces antibodies that fight pathogens such as bacteria and viruses that cause infections. If the test results confirm adequate levels of antibodies, then you're considered immune to the disease for which the blood titer was performed. There are two types of immunity: active and passive. You develop an active immunity through vaccination or when you survive an infection. This kind of immunity lasts for a longer period of time. On the other hand, passive immunity is transferred from one person to the other, for instance, a mother to her unborn child. This is a temporary immunity. Now, what types of blood titers are available? Titers tell you if you're immune to a disease. eNational testing offers a number of blood titers. These include hepatitis A titer, hepatitis B titer, MMR titer, measles, mumps, and rubella, varicella, chickenpox titer, and rabies titer. Requesting a titer test is quick and easy with eNational testing, and no doctor visit is required. Simply order your test online by adding your desired labs. Select a lab site from over 2,700 locations based on what's most convenient for you. eNational testing has labs distributed nationwide. After the payment is received, your lab requisition is emailed to you in less than 24 hours. Once you receive your lab requisition via email, head to your selected lab site for collection. Walk-ins are welcome. So, how long does it take to get your results? eNational testing reports and sends lab results via email within 2 to 3 business days. A health provider will contact you for any abnormal results. If necessary, consultations with medical providers for recommendations on the vaccines that you will need to offer you protections are available should you want a follow-up appointment. Now, what do your titer results mean? Your titer results will come back as positive or negative. A positive result means that you are immune to the particular disease being tested and don't need to get that particular vaccine. You were vaccinated against that disease or may have already been exposed to it. However, if your results are negative or equivocal, it means that you aren't currently immune. You may have to get the vaccine for the particular disease, or you remain vulnerable to being exposed to it in the future and contracting the disease. So, what are the potential uses for titer tests? A titer test can be helpful in different circumstances, including determining past disease exposure. Your antibodies can show previous exposure to pathogens. Determining vaccination history. A titer helps you determine the vaccines you do and don't need if you're unsure of your immunization history. It's common to receive a variety of vaccines as a child. It may be difficult as an adult to remember what you've been vaccinated for. Vaccines or a booster might be a necessary next step. Meeting requirements for school, work, or travel. Proof of vaccination is required in instances like a student hoping to join a medical school, certain healthcare jobs, or a person traveling to foreign countries. A titer test provides proof of vaccination in instances where your previous vaccination documents are unavailable. And evaluating your immune function. A titer test measures the level of antibodies in your immune system. Antibodies fight bacteria and viruses in your body. A strong and well-equipped immune system means you're better able to fight off disease. However, if your results are negative or equivocal, it means that you aren't currently immune. You may have to get the vaccine for the particular disease, or you remain vulnerable to being exposed to it in the future and contracting the disease. So, who needs a titer test? Blood titers should be performed for professionals accepted into healthcare roles where vaccination documentation is needed. Foreign travelers needing proof of vaccination for the destination country. Expectant mothers, people living with HIV, sexually active people, immunocompromised people, people who may have a weak immune system, patients on hemodialysis, people who inject drugs or share needles, a person who lacks proof of vaccination history, blood and tissue donors, and people who are receiving organ transplants. Titers are essential since they help you determine if you're vaccinated against a particular disease. Remember that when we get vaccinated, we don't just do it for ourselves, we do it to protect those around us too. If we learned anything from COVID-19, it's that we have a responsibility to look out for the health of our communities. At eNational Testing, we offer titer tests at a lower rate compared to other labs, and our titer tests are accessible nationwide. If you're not sure if you're already immune to an illness, we can help. Order your test today.